What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am here to do my Week 14 college football predictions. Championship week. Now, with rivalry week in the books, we are now into the final week of the college football regular season, and this week has always been known as championship week. So I'm extremely excited to do my Week 14 college football predictions to wrap up college football predictions on the channel this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record in rivalry week was pretty damn good. We went 50-16, so we're coming in extremely hot, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hoping in this video we will cap off an amazing year that was the college football regular season. We're on a 12-week winning streak. Hoping in this video we make it 13 weeks in a row. Hopefully. Now, this is the first video of a combined 2 video day on the channel today, guys, and these are the final 2 videos in the month of November. So hope you guys are able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we put up on the channel in the month of November this year. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hit that notification bell, commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your college football teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, pick the go. And if you're a huge fan of college football like myself, and you're ready for Week 14 of the college football season, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just 2. Whoop whoop! Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into my Week 14 college football predictions. Championship week. Let's start off on Friday night with this year's Pac-12 championship that will be played at the Death Star in Las Vegas, Nevada, between the Utah Utes facing the reigning and defending back-to-back Pac-12 champions, the Oregon Ducks. Now, this is the 35th meeting between Utah and Oregon. Oregon leads the old-time series 23-11. Now, the Utes last defeated the Ducks on November 20th of this year, costing Oregon a spot in the college football playoff, and the Ducks are looking to defeat the Utes for the first time since their last meeting in the Pac-12 championship 2 years ago. Now, the Utes are coming off their victory over Colorado on Black Friday. The Utes are coming in at 9-3, and the Utes are looking to end their long losing streak in the Pac-12 championship and looking to win their first Pac-12 title in school history. There is idea of the reigning back-to-back Pac-12 champions, the Oregon Ducks, coming off their victory on Saturday in Civil War, defeating Oregon State. The Ducks are coming in at 10-2, and the Ducks are looking for some revenge because it was this same Utah Ute squad that cost them a spot in the college football playoff this year on that fateful night on November the 20th, and the Ducks are looking for some revenge, and they're looking to repeat as the Pac-12 champions. So coming from me in this year's Pac-12 championship on Friday night, I am going to go with my good friend Gamers Goon and his Oregon Ducks to once again win the Pac-12 championship for the 3rd consecutive year and get their revenge and defeat the Utah Utes. Quack, motherfucking quack. And now the next championship matchup, which also happens on Friday. It is the Conference USA Championship being played at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, between the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers facing the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Now, this is only the 3rd meeting between Texas San Antonio and Western Kentucky. The series is tied 1-1. Now, the Roadrunners won the last meeting over the Hilltoppers back on October 9th of this year, and the Hilltoppers are looking to defeat the Roadrunners for the first time since 2014, 7 years ago. Now, starting off with the Hilltoppers, they're coming off their victory over Marshall on Saturday. They're coming in at 8-4, and they are looking to win their 2nd Conference USA Championship and their first in nearly 5 years. They're inside of the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners coming off their first loss of the season, losing to North Texas on Saturday. They are coming in at 11-1, and the Roadrunners are looking to win their first Conference USA Championship in school history. So coming from me in this year's Conference USA Championship being played at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, which is pretty much a home game for the Roadrunners, I am going to go with the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners to get it done at home and win their first Conference USA Championship and defeat the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And now the Saturday slate, starting off with a very unusual Pac-12 rivalry showdown between the USC Trojans heading to Berkeley, California to face the Cal Golden Bears. Now, this is the 107th meeting between USC and Cal. USC leads the old-time series 71-30-5. Now, the Trojans last defeated the Golden Bears back 2 years ago, and the Golden Bears are looking to defeat the Trojans for the first time in 3 years. Now, this game originally was supposed to happen in Week 11 of the college football season, but a coronavirus outbreak happened, and the game was postponed from Week 11 to the final week of the college football season this week. Now, USC is coming off their loss on Saturday night to BYU. They're coming in at 4-7, and the Trojans are looking to finish up the year with a victory on the road. They're excited of the Cal Golden Bears coming off their loss on Saturday Saturday night to UCLA. They are also coming in at 4-7, and the Golden Bears are looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this Pac-12 rivalry showdown between these two 4-7 squads, I am going to go with the USC Trojans to finish up the year with a victory on the road and get their 5th victory of the year and defeat the Cal Golden Bears in a close offensive shootout. And now the next matchup, which happens next week, but I'm predicting it this week. It's one of my favorite rivalries in college football when it comes to the military academies, because it is the showdown between the Black Knights of Army facing the Midshipmen of Navy. Now this is the 122nd meeting between Army and Navy. Navy leads the all-time series 61, 54, and 6. Now the Black Knights won last year's meeting over the Midshipmen, and the Midshipmen are looking to defeat the Black Knights for the first time in 2 years. Now both teams are coming out very good Week 13s in college football. Army's coming off their victory over Liberty on Saturday, coming in at 8-3, and Navy's coming off their victory over Temple on Saturday, coming in at 3-8. So coming from me in the next installment of Army versus Navy being played at East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the New York Jets. Ooh, boy, this matchup is always fun to predict. But coming from me, I'm going to go with the boys at West Point, the Black Knights of Army, to get it done here and defeat the Midshipmen of Navy. Go Army, beat Navy. And now the next championship matchup. It is the Sun Belt Championship between the Appalachian State Mountaineers heading to Lafayette, Louisiana to face the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. Now this is the 11th meeting between Appalachian State and Louisiana. Appalachian State leads the all-time series 8-2. Now, the Ragin Cajuns have won the last 2 meetings over the Mountaineers back last year and this year, and the Mountaineers are looking to defeat the Ragin Cajuns for the first time since their last meeting in the Sun Belt Championship game 2 years ago. Now, starting off with Appalachian State, they're coming off their victory over Georgia Southern on Saturday. They're coming in at 10-2, and the Mountaineers are looking to win their 3rd Sun Belt Championship in school history. The other side, you have the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns coming off their victory over Louisiana Monroe on Saturday. They are coming in at 11-1, and they're looking to end their long losing streak in the Sun Belt Championship game, because here's a dangerous fact. The Ragin Cajuns are 0-2 all-time in the Sun Belt title game. So they are looking to end that losing streak and finally win their 1st Sun Belt Championship in school history. So coming from me in this year's Sun Belt Championship, ooh, boy, this one's a tough one. But coming from me, I am going to go with the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns to get it done at home and win their 1st Sun Belt Championship and defeat the Appalachian State Mountaineers in a close shootout. And now the next championship matchup. It is the MAC Championship being played at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan between the Kent State Golden Flashes facing the Northern Illinois Huskies. Now this is the 30th meeting between Kent State and Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois leads the all-time series 21-8. Now the Golden Flashes won the last meeting over the Huskies back on November 3rd of this year, and the Huskies are looking to defeat the Golden Flashes for the first time in 4 years. Now Kent State's coming off their overtime victory on Saturday over Miami of Ohio, and the Golden Flashes are back in the MAC Championship for the first time in 9 years, and they are looking to win their 1st MAC title in school history. The other side of the Northern Illinois Huskies coming in at 8-4, and they are looking to win their 2nd MAC title in school history, and they are looking to get a victory in the MAC title game for the first time in a long time. So coming from me in this year's MAC Championship, I am going to go with the Northern Illinois Huskies to win their 2nd MAC Championship in school history and defeat the Kent State Golden Flashes. And now the next championship matchup. It is the Mountain West Conference Championship game between the Utah State Aggies heading to Carson, California to face the San Diego State Aztecs. Now this is the 16th meeting between Utah State and San Diego State. San Diego State leads the all-time series 13-2. Now the Aztecs won last year's meeting over the Aggies, and the Aggies are looking to defeat the Aztecs for the first time in 2 years. Now the Utah State Aggies are coming off their victory over New Mexico on Black Friday. They're coming in at 9-3, and they are making their return to the Mountain West Conference title game for the first time in over 8 years, and they're looking to win their 1st Mountain West Conference Championship in school history. The other side of the San Diego State Aztecs coming off their victory over my Boise State Broncos on Friday, and the Aztecs are looking to win their 2nd Mountain West Conference title and their 1st in over 5 years. So coming from me in this year's Mountain West Conference Championship, I am going to go with the San Diego State Aztecs to get it done at home and win their 2nd Mountain West Conference Championship and defeat the Utah State Aggies in a close shootout. And now the next championship matchup. It is the MAC Championship being played at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan between the Kent State Golden Flashes facing the Northern Illinois Huskies. Now this is the 30th meeting between Utah State and Northern Illinois Huskies. The Golden Flashes won the last meeting in the Sun Belt Championship game 2 years ago. Now Kent State's coming off their victory over Georgia Southern on Saturday. They are coming in at 10-2, and the Mountaineers are looking to defeat the Ragin Cajuns for the first time in 4 years. The other side, you have the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns coming off their victory over Louisiana Monroe on Saturday. They are coming in at 11-1, and they're looking to win their 1st Sun Belt Championship in school history. The other side, you have the Northern Illinois Huskies coming in at 8-4 And now the next championship matchup. It is the American Athletic Conference Championship between the Houston Cougars heading to Cincinnati to face the reigning and defending American Athletic Conference champions, the undefeated Cincinnati Bearcats. Now this is the 28th meeting between Houston and Cincinnati. Houston leads the all-time series 15-12. Now the Bearcats have won the last two meetings over the Cougars back 2 years ago and last year, and the Cougars are looking to defeat the Bearcats for the first time in 5 years. Now Houston's coming off their big victory over UConn on Saturday. They are coming in at 11-1, and the Cougars are looking to win their second American Athletic Conference championship and their first in nearly 6 years. There on the side you have the reigning American Athletic Conference champions, the undefeated Cincinnati Bearcats, coming off their victory on Black Friday over East Carolina, and this game is definitely big because Cincinnati is right in the hunt in the college football playoffs, so a victory here will almost guarantee them a spot in the college football playoff semifinals. So coming from me in this year's American Athletic Conference championship, I am going to go with Desmond Ridder and the undefeated Cincinnati Bearcats to once again win the American Athletic Conference title for the second consecutive year and defeat the Houston Cougars in a very, very close shootout. And now the next championship matchup. It is the ACC championship being played in Charlotte, North Carolina between the Pittsburgh Panthers facing the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Now this is only the second meeting between Wake Forest and Pittsburgh. The Panthers have won the last meeting over the Demon Deacons all the way back in 2018. So it has been 3 years since these two have played against each other. Now starting off with Pitt, they're coming off their big victory over Syracuse on Saturday. They're coming in at 10-2, and the Panthers are back in the ACC championship game for the first time in 3 years, and they're looking to win their first ACC title in school history. There on the side you have the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest coming off their big victory on Saturday over Boston College. They are also coming in at 10-2, and the Demon Deacons are looking to win their second ACC championship and their first in nearly 15 years. The Demon Deacons haven't won the ACC title since 2006, and they are looking to get it done here. So coming from me in this year's ACC championship in Charlotte, North Carolina, I am going to go with Sam Hartman and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons to win their second ACC championship in school history and the first one in over 15 years and defeat the Pittsburgh Panthers in a shootout. And now the next championship matchup. It is the Big Ten Championship being played at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana between the Michigan Wolverines facing the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now this is the 62nd meeting between Michigan and Iowa. Michigan leads the all-time series 42-15-4. Now the Wolverines last defeated the Hawkeyes all the way back 2 years ago, and the Hawkeyes are looking to defeat the Wolverines for the first time in 5 years. Now starting off with Michigan first, Michigan's coming off their huge victory at home, defeating and finally beating Ohio State on Saturday and giving Jim Harbaugh his first win against the Buckeyes in his coaching career. And the Wolverines are coming in at 11-1, and they're looking to win their first Big Ten championship in school history. There is side you have the Iowa Hawkeyes coming off their victory over Nebraska on Black Friday, and with the help of the Minnesota Golden Gophers defeating the Wisconsin Badgers, the Hawkeyes are back in the Big Ten championship game for the first time in 6 years, and they are looking to win their first Big Ten championship in school history. So coming from me in this year's Big Ten championship, for me, Michigan needs to win this Big Ten championship game because if they do not win this Big Ten title this year, after going 11-1, this season would be an absolute bust. So coming from me, I am going to go with Cade McNamara, Jim Harbaugh, and the Michigan Wolverines to cap this year off with their first Big Ten championship in school history and defeat the Iowa Hawkeyes. And now the next championship matchup. It is the Big 12 championship game that will be played at AT&T Stadium at the Jerry Dome in Dallas, Texas, between the Oklahoma State Cowboys facing the Baylor Bears. Now this is the 41st meeting between Oklahoma State and Baylor. Oklahoma State leads the all-time series 22-18. Now the Cowboys have won the last 2 meetings over the Bears back last year and this year on October the 2nd, and the Bears are looking to defeat the Cowboys for the first time in 2 years. Now this year's Big 12 championship game is going to make some history because for the first time in 12 years, the Big 12 championship game will not have my Oklahoma Sooners in it. So, and ironically enough, the 2 teams that are in this year's Big 12 championship game beat my Sooners this year. So best of luck to whoever wins the Big 12 championship this year, but Oklahoma will be back for sure. But now Oklahoma State is coming off their victory at home, defeating my Sooners in Bedlam on Saturday. They're coming in at 11-1, and Mike Gundy is looking to get his Oklahoma State Cowboys their first Big 12 championship in school history. There's how you have the Baylor Bears coming off their victory over Texas Tech on Saturday, and when my Sooners lost to Oklahoma State, the Baylor Bears are back in the Big 12 championship game for the first time in 2 years, and they are also looking to win their first Big 12 championship in school history. So coming from me in this year's Big 12 championship, ah, man, this one's so tough being a Sooners fan, not being in the title game. It is really tough to not see my Sooners here. But coming from me, I am going to go with Gary Bohannon and the Baylor Bears to win their first Big 12 championship and defeat the Oklahoma State Cowboys in a shootout. And now the final pick to wrap up Week 14 of the college football regular season. And it is the SEC Championship between the #1 team in the nation, the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs, facing the reigning and defending SEC champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now this is the 71st meeting between Alabama and Georgia. Alabama leads the all-time series 41-25-4. Now, Bama has won the last 6 meetings over the Bulldogs, dating all the way back to 2008, and the Bulldogs are looking to finally beat the Crimson Tide for the first time since 2007, 14 years ago. Now, starting off with the undefeated Bulldogs, they're coming off their victory over Georgia Tech on Saturday in good old-fashioned hate, and the Bulldogs are looking to win only their second SEC championship, and their first one is all the way back 4 years ago. But a victory for the Bulldogs here will solidify their spot in the college football playoff, as well as the semifinals, and a possible chance at the college football playoff national championship. So they have to get it done here and remain undefeated. There is how you have the Alabama Crimson Tide coming off their wild show of victory in 4 overtimes on the road, defeating Auburn in the Iron Bowl, and the Crimson Tide are coming in at 11-1 as the reigning SEC champions, looking to spoil Georgia's party and quite possibly sneak their way into the college football playoff. So coming from me in this year's SEC championship to wrap up the college football regular season, boy, you talk about a tough pick. I mean, you got Bryce Young versus Stetson Bennett. This one's going to be good. You got Kirby Smart versus Tricky Nick Saban. This one should be good when it comes to coaching and the quarterback showdown. But coming from me, after what I saw Alabama do against Auburn, and they did not look the best, and I will have to admit it, they did not look like the Alabama team that wants to win. I am going to go with Stetson Bennett and the #1 team in the nation, the Georgia Bulldogs, to get it done here and remain undefeated and defeat the Alabama Crimson Tide in a blowout. And those are my Week 14 college football predictions, championship week. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning on championship week of the college football regular season? Do you see any upsets happening? Who do you see winning the SEC championship between Alabama and Georgia? Who do you see winning the ACC title between Wake Forest and Pitt? Who do you see winning the Big 12 title between Baylor and Oklahoma State? Who do you see winning the Mountain West title between Utah State and San Diego State? Who do you see winning the Conference USA championship between Texas San Antonio and Western Kentucky? And who do you see winning the Pac-12 championship between Utah and Oregon? Let me know all of your picks and your opinions. And as always, represent your college football teams in the comment section. Even if they didn't have a great year this year, still represent them in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching every one of my college football predictions on the channel this year. This was an amazing year to do college football predictions, and I was so happy to do all of those college football predictions for you guys. I mean, we did so many college football games. I mean, we did 70 games, we did 60 games, we did 50 games, we did 16 games. We did so many college football games and so many rivalries. It was so much fun to do, and you guys blew up every college football prediction video I put up on the channel this whole year, and I cannot say thank you enough. Truly blessed to have each and every one of you part of this dangerous alliance. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button to become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we are less than 20 subscribers away, folks, from hitting the 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, What are you guys waiting for? If you're a fan of professional wrestling when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, and Ring of Honor Wrestling, and you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to college football, the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NHL, college basketball, super kick that subscribe button, folks. It's free and you become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later tonight for my Week 13 NFL predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.